Alexandra Eala saves beloved restaurant with $87,000 gift. A home for those who lit up my dreams every morning. The scent of freshly brewed coffee drifted through the narrow streets of Manila's Ermita district, mingling with the morning air and the sound of tricycles rattling by. At the corner of Mabini Street stood Luna's Cafe, a small, time-worn restaurant that had been a silent witness to decades of laughter, struggle, and dreams. To most, it was just another breakfast spot, a place for a hot pandesal, tapa, and stories shared over coffee. But to Alexandra, Eala, it was sacred ground. As a child, she had sat in the corner booth with her notebook and tennis racket by her side, munching on adobo rice before heading to early training. The cafe's owner, Tita Luna, had always greeted her with the same words. "Good morning, champ. Don't forget your dreams with your breakfast." Those mornings had shaped her, the food, the warmth, the love. It was a place that reminded her not of fame or trophies, but beginnings. So when Alex heard that Luna's Cafe was about close, crushed by rising rent and post-pandemic debt, she knew she couldn't just watch it disappear. The news that broke her heart. Alex was in Madrid when she got the call. Her mother's voice was gentle but heavy. "Anik, Luna's Cafe, they're shutting down next month. They can't pay the rent anymore." For a moment, Alex couldn't speak. The noise of the city faded into silence. She pictured the restaurant's faded yellow walls, the smell of garlic frying at dawn, the laughter of students who used to crowd the place. It felt impossible, as if someone had told her the sky was closing. She whispered, "No, not Luna's." Her mother sighed. "Tita Luna's too proud to ask anyone for help. She said it's time." But Alex couldn't accept that. "She fed half the neighborhood for free during the pandemic. She fed me when I couldn't afford lunch. She can't just close." That night, Alex sat by her hotel window, her mind spinning. She had faced pressure before, match points, championships, expectations. But this felt different. This was personal. The memory that sparked the plan. Sleep wouldn't come. So Alex opened her old notebook, the one she carried since she was a kid. Between notes on drills and travel schedules, she found a faded receipt taped to the back cover. Luna's Cafe, July 2012, 1 hot chocolate, 1 pandesal with butter, 1 note on a napkin. Never give up. Tears blurred her vision. She remembered that day vividly. She'd lost her first junior tournament and cried in the cafe. Tita Luna had written those words on a napkin and slipped it beside her plate. Alex smiled through the tears. "You never gave up on me, Tita," she whispered. "Now it's my turn." The next morning, she called her agent. "I want to send money home," she said. "How much?" "Enough to save a dream." Homecoming. 2 weeks later, Alex returned to Manila unannounced. She wore a baseball cap and sunglasses, trying to blend in. But inside, her heart pounded like a drum. Luna's Cafe looked smaller than she remembered. Its wooden sign faded, one window cracked. The tables were half empty. The once bustling chatter was gone. Behind the counter stood Tita Luna, her hair streaked with gray, but her smile still radiant. When she saw Alex, her eyes widened in shock. "Alexandra!" she gasped, nearly dropping the coffee pot. Alex grinned. "Miss me, Tita?" Luna rushed around the counter and pulled her into a tight hug. "Of course I miss you. Look at you, all grown up, a big star now. Why are you here?" Alex looked around at the empty chairs and dim lights. "Because I heard my favorite restaurant's in trouble." Tita Luna's smile faltered. "Oh, Anik, times are hard. The landlord's raising rent again. We can't keep up." Alex reached into her bag and pulled out an envelope. "Then let me help. This place, it's part of me." Tita Luna shook her head. No, I can't take money from you, sweetheart." Alex smiled softly. "It's not money. It's love and a thank you for every breakfast that helped me chase my dream." The gift that brought tears. Inside the envelope was a check for $87,000, roughly 5 million pesos. Enough to pay debts, fix the place, and keep the cafe open for years. When Luna saw the number, she gasped, her hands trembling. "Alex, I can't." "You can," Alex said gently. "And you must. This cafe isn't just yours, Tita. It belongs to every dreamer who ever sat here. Luna's eyes filled with tears. You don't know how many people you'll help by doing this. Alex smiled. I do. You helped me first. The two women hugged as the late afternoon sunlight streamed to the dusty window, a golden glow falling across old photos of customers, family, and local tennis trophies Alex had once donated as a child. That evening, news spread to the neighborhood like wildfire. Alex Eala saves Luna's Cafe. By nightfall, dozens of people had gathered outside. Fans, neighbors, old friends. Someone brought guitars. Someone brought flowers. It wasn't just a restaurant anymore. It was a celebration of love returning home. The revival. Over the next few weeks, Luna's Cafe underwent a quiet transformation. With Alex's help, they repainted the walls, restored the old wooden tables, and added new kitchen equipment. But what mattered most was what they didn't change, the soul of the place. The smell of garlic rice still greeted early risers. The jukebox still played old Eraserhead songs. The chalkboard menu still carried hand-drawn hearts beside the daily specials. Alex even designed a new corner, the Dream Table, dedicated to young athletes and students who needed a meal or quiet space to study. Above it hung a small plaque that read, "A home for those who lit up my dreams every morning." The world takes notice. When the story hit social media, it exploded. Hashtag Eala for Luna's Cafe began trending across the Philippines and beyond. News outlets called it a gesture of grace, a love letter to home, and a reminder that kindness is the purest victory. Messages poured in from all over the world, from fellow athletes, fans, even strangers. Not just a champion on court, but in heart. This is what heroes look like. International media picked up the story. ESPN ran a feature titled, "Beyond the Baseline, How Tennis Star Alexandra Eala Saved a Dream Cafe." But Alex didn't want fame for it. In interviews, she simply said, "It wasn't about money. It was about giving back to the people who gave me belief when I had none." A morning like no other, a year later, on a quiet Tuesday morning, Alex walked into Luna's Cafe once again. The bell above the door chimed, and laughter filled the air. Students huddled over notes. Workers sipped coffee before their shifts. The walls were filled with photos of local athletes, all of them smiling, all of them chasing something bigger than themselves. At her old booth sat a young girl, nervously holding a tennis racket. Alex walked over and smiled. "Mind if I sit here?" The girl's eyes widened. "You're Alex Eala." Alex chuckled. "I used to sit right here, too. What's your dream?" The girl blushed. "To be like you one day." Alex grinned. "Then start by finishing your breakfast." They laughed together as the morning sun filtered through the window, bathing the cafe in golden light. Outside, life carried on. Tricycles honking, street vendors calling. But inside Luna's Cafe, time stood still, wrapped in the warmth of memory, gratitude, and home. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.